Welcome back to another Trade Alts tutorial. In this video, I'm going to cover TradingView, which is the charting platform that I use for all of my technical analysis. So for those of you who are waiting for the technical analysis series that's coming out very shortly, this is a little precursor to all of those different series that are going to be coming out. So hopefully I'm going to be able to show you how I use TradingView, some of the tools, some of the indicators that I use, how to access them, and kind of gives you a little bit, some different tips and tricks along the way. So again, this is specifically for those of you in Discord, those of you on YouTube who are subscribed to my channel and are going to be following along for the technical analysis tutorials that's coming out shortly. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get to it. All right, so we're going to start here on the pricing page. And I just like to get this out of the way because, there's obviously 4 different tiers. If you're just starting out, there's nothing wrong with starting out with the basic. For me, though, basic's pretty basic on TradingView. It's not, it definitely handcuffs you a bit, but I think they do give you enough to get started. So again, if you're just starting out with technical analysis, if you're just starting out trying to figure out if trading is for you, there's nothing wrong with starting out with the basic tier. It's free, gives you an opportunity to check it out. But for me, I do have the premium, but I spend the majority of my day trading, and I'm constantly looking at charts. So I have no problem paying the $5.99 a year. I actually don't even pay that because every year on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, they do a really good discount, and I think it comes down to like $260 or $270 or something like that. So that's when I just literally wait until that that sale comes, and I'll renew it every year, and it works out. But you can see like there's kind of the main differences. So really, as far as the premium goes, the reason why I need it is because, the 25 indicators per chart, that's a lot. But it also gives you a lot of kind of creative, the ability to be creative with pairing different indicators and not feeling like you're handcuffed. Like this definitely gives you a lot of indicators to work with. The most important thing for me is this. It's the 400 server side alert. So this allows me, and they do not expire. Every other plan, if you set an alert, it will expire within 2 months. So for those, if you're waiting on a certain altcoin or a certain stock to hit a certain price target that could be well below or well above where current price is, and like this trade could take several months to play out, you run the risk of setting an alert and having it fail. Or, like if it ends up hitting that price 6 months from now, then you're not going to know that it happened because TradingView is going to cancel that alert. But for premium members, the alerts don't expire. So you can literally set alerts, and when price eventually hits that alert, whatever alert that you're setting it for, it'll hit. So the thing about this is one alert for me, that could set up a nice trade, could pay for many years of TradingView. So I don't care about, I'm not bothered by the price. But again, I use this, I use this every single day, and it's very essential to my day. So that's kind of the difference. So if you scroll down, the basic plan does have ads. I don't even remember what the ads look like because I haven't had basic in so long, but I don't remember it being anything too terrible. But there are ads on basic. There aren't for the paid, obviously. Now, some of the issues that comes up is so the devices at the same time. This kind of bothers me because I look at charts on my phone all the time too, and that's a second device. So you're constantly having to flip flop from your phone. If you're looking at it using the TradingView app, or if you're on your desktop or laptop or whatever. If you have a basic or pro subscription, you can only look at one at a time, and then it makes you like sign out. If I remember, it makes you like it's kind of a pain, right? But for the premium, I can use it on basically every device that I have that I would even trade off of, and it just makes my life easier. So this is why I also use that. Number of saved chart layouts. This is pretty, again, I would say this is for more advanced traders. Like if you need multiple chart layouts, and I'll show you what that is here in a little bit. But with the basic plan, you only get one. Which again, if you're just starting out, it's not really that big of a deal. So the custom time intervals, this is talking about like hourly charts. the 4-hour chart, the 12-hour chart, and such and such. So the basic comes with the whatever's pre-programmed, that's all you got, and you can't make any custom time intervals. Second base intervals, no one needs that. I'm sorry. This is like if you want to chart the 1 second chart. I mean, like, you don't need that. Obviously, only premium members can do that, but I do not recommend that at all. And then, that's basically, the rest of this stuff is whatever. You can go through it and check it out. I kind of highlighted the most important things as far as this section goes, but down to the technical analysis section, so that the basic plan gets 3 indicators per chart, which it sounds like a lot, but if you're just getting your feet wet and you're trying to kind of explore the different types of indicators that are out there, this is going to be kind of a pain because you're going to have to delete indicators in order to put new indicators on. So this is kind of a little bit of a headache, but again, if it's free, so you can't complain that much. And then obviously, the higher subscription you have, the more indicators the charts allow you. And then volume profile, this is like, I use this quite a bit. You can see what volume profile is. It's this right here. It talks about point of control, value area high, value area low. For those of you who follow my analysis, you know that I use those quite a bit. But so that's a volume profile indicator, not available on the basic, but it's available on the others. Pine script on all of them. I know there's a lot of you in Discord who actually are looking at like coding your own indicators and stuff like that, which I'll get to in a second. But again, like, the basic has most of what you need for sure. So again, it's not like a terrible thing to get started with, but this is where it kills me. And the nice thing about what TradingView just did is the Pro Plus, it used to be 30 for the longest time. You only had 30 or 30 alerts, and that was way too little. 50, still too little for me, but I think 50 is probably doable for most people. And then the premium has 400, but the alert durations, which I already discussed, everything gets removed in 2 months time, which in trading, 2 months isn't really that long at all. And then for the premium, obviously that doesn't happen. Webhook notifications. So for those of you who want to connect your trading bots to TradingView, you can't do that with the basic plan. You need at least a pro. So that's what this is. It's the webhook notification. And then let me see here if there's anything else. I don't think any of the rest of the stuff's that important. Not that important. Multi-monitor support. You can't do that on basic. I don't know. I feel like people who have multiple monitors probably aren't going to have the basic tiers. I don't think this necessarily applies to anybody. But that's basically it. So I did forget to mention, before I get into the actual charting itself, I did forget to mention that if you click on the link in the description below, you can get up to $30. We actually both get the same thing. So it's obviously appreciated by myself, but if you want to get some money back for your subscription, I think depending on which one you get, it gives you up to $30 back in TradingView credits, I believe, TradingView coin. So, and then you can use that towards your next month's subscription or whatever it is. But there is, that is there in the description of the video. So now we are on to the demo itself. So basically I'm going to start here. So this is a chart. Okay. So for those of you who have never seen a chart before, this is a chart. And this is actually the Bitcoin chart on Bybit. It's a 4-hour chart. So you can see it here in this, right up here, the 4H, basically 4 hours. You click on that, here are all your different time frames. So I know that the seconds is not available for anybody, any plan less than a premium. I do not remember exactly what's available for the basic, but you can see I have a few custom time frames on here that I do use in my analysis, so that's pretty important to me. But that's, just starting up here, this is how you select what time frames that you're going to use. And then, just going down on your tools, I'm going to kind of go left to right. Okay. So you can pick which different pointer you want. This is really kind of silly. I mean, so people, so you can see the pointers across right now, or you can make it a dot, so on and so forth, right? People who like arrows, no matter what, when you get close to your candles, it's going to switch to the little hand there, but I just use it across. So your different lines that you have, and you can see Alt plus T, so that is your shortcut for a trend line. Alt plus H, that's your horizontal line shortcut. So it does tell you your shortcuts here. I know there's a couple people in Discord that were asking about that. So it is like, this is how you find that. But again, if you just click on trend line, you can literally draw a line. That's all you got to do. And you can double click the line and change anything about it. You can change your color if you want to make it white. You want to make it purple, you know, whatever. This is how you do it. So it's really simple. You can even change the thickness of it. See, the line gets thin, or you can make it really thick. I like to leave it on the second one here myself. But yeah, that's your trend lines that you can draw. That's obviously a very poorly drawn one, but you can use horizontals, which I like to use these quite a bit. You literally select horizontal and just place it. You just literally click wherever you want to place it, which that's actually a decent place for horizontal. But you can see it's red, so if you wanted to change it, you just double click the horizontal line. And you can change the color, you can change the coordinates. So if you don't like where this was placed, and let's say you wanted to place this at $44,000, you just click coordinates, type in 44,000, click OK, and your line will move right to 44,000. So all you do is you click that if you want to delete it. And then again, I'm not going to go through every one, but these are all the different tools that you can use here. Different types of lines. You have your array, channels, regression trends. This is I use quite a, not to say like, I don't use like all of these, but some of these tools are very important. So fib retracements, I use these heavily in technical analysis. So the trend-based fib extensions, Fibonacci retracements, the speed fans are really awesome. You have trend-based fib time, so we're going to get into that way down the road, but that is something that I will be covering. Pitchforks I use quite a bit. These are really useful in some instances. But again, like a lot of really cool tools here that you can use. So this paintbrush looking thing, if you click on that, that's how you can draw on your chart. So if you want to kind of freehand something on there, if you click on it, there's a highlighter. So there's a rectangle. So you see on some of my charts, you'll see rectangles, right? So you just click and you can change your rectangle however you want it. So let's say I was trying to demonstrate something like this. So like this is a resistance region, right? This actually works pretty good. Like that's how you would draw that. It's really simple. So it's just the box tool or the rectangle. And then you click once to start it and drag it, and wherever you want to, however you want to make your box. And again, if you want to change the color, you double click it. You can change your coordinates here, the style. So you can change the border color. So if I wanted to make the border a different color, let's say this color, and the background, I wanted to make yellow for some reason. Make this a little brighter. You see how that works? So you can make, you can change this level as well. Click OK, then you have this kind of ugly box. But anyway, that's how you do that. And then, again, there's some other tools. I don't necessarily use these. The triangle I do use from time to time. Text. So this T right here, that's for text. And there's all different types of stuff that you can use arrow markers. So if you wanted to draw an arrow towards something, that's there. I use text quite a bit when I'm explaining charts in Discord. So for instance, I'll just click text. Hi there. Change the text to white, make the text bigger, and put it wherever you want. So you can literally drag this wherever you want on the chart. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this because there's kind of getting to be a lot of stuff. All you need to do is click this trash can here and it will delete everything on your chart. If you mess up and you accidentally delete something that you didn't want to delete, right? So this is the trash can to remove all of the drawings on your chart. If you accidentally did that, you just come back up here. This is your undo button and everything pops back. But I am going to get rid of this stuff. So I'm going to click this trash can one more time. Here's your patterns. So you have cipher patterns. You have your 3 drives patterns. I do use some of this stuff. Some of this will be in the technical analysis modules, probably the advanced stuff. But there's Elliott wave stuff in here as well. And so these are your different patterns that you can do. This is, I use this quite a bit. You have your date range. So if you want to measure how long, right? Like how long, for instance, you can just literally click anywhere and it will measure distance for you. So from this point all the way to this point, there's 186 candles or bars, and that's 31 days of time. So it's literally a month, right? So that measures time. Your price range here. So if you want to know, you know, from this swing low here to this high, like how much percent, how many dollars was that? You can start here at the bottom and literally go up to the top. And it tells you that was a 33% move, $10,329 increase. And it works both ways as well. So that's, you know, if you're looking for increase, you can actually start up here and look for a decrease, and it will give you the same information. So if you start top to bottom, then it gives you the decrease, which was a drop of 30.5% or $12,611. So that's kind of, and again, you can change the color of this box as well. You wanted to change it, make it green, make it red, you know, or reddish color. However you want to do it, you can customize everything. And then you just click it. If you want to delete, press delete. And that's that. One thing that I do like to show people, because I think this is pretty important for charting purposes, if you're trying to explain somebody what position you're going to take. So if you're looking to get into a long position or you're looking to get in a short position, I'll give you a quick example. So your long position, you see that I clicked on the long position here and it's highlighted. You can come kind of zoom in on a chart and you just click it wherever you want it. Okay. And you can change this by clicking on this little circle here. So you can change and it shows your, let's say we're going to enter right here. So I'm coming up right where price is right now. And then, you know, if I wanted to put my stop loss right below this low, which I'm not necessarily advising, but I'm just showing you as an example. You click on this bottom part and you can actually raise it up to wherever your stop loss is going to be. So that is your red portion. It's essentially showing you where your entry is and where your stop loss is going to be, and you see it automatically calculates. As you move this, it will calculate your percentage stop loss, and it will calculate your risk reward here as well, which is really useful. So again, say our stop is going to be right here, and we're targeting, you know, these highs up here. All you do is you drag this up, let's say something like that. But that is how you kind of demonstrate, like that's how you put a long position on your chart to show like this is, you know, this is essentially the trade setup that you're looking for. Your entry would be here. This is where your stop loss, your invalidation would be, and this is your target. So this is very useful and very helpful to use for your charts to help you kind of, you know, understand what trading you're going to be doing. Or, you know, again, if you're taking a long position, the short position is just the opposite. So you click short position. And let's say that you wanted to enter right here. You can kind of see it's the same thing, right? So one thing, if you get kind of stuck up here and you can't get your cursor up there, I mean, I could have done that, but you can also click auto, or you can pull down. You see how you can, I'm literally just clicking and then pulling the cursor down or moving it up. It kind of helps with viewing sometimes, but if you want this to readjust itself back to normal, all you do is click auto right here and it will automatically do that again. But anyway, short position is the same thing. Here's your entry. You can adjust your stop loss above this wick high if that's what you want to do, which again, I don't, you know, this is just an example. And then your target could be, let's say you're targeting somewhere around here. Just an example. But this is how a short position looks when you are using your tools over here, and this is how a long position looks. So now I'm going to go back and delete these. All right, so this is where I don't really ever use these, but these are your icons, okay? So if you click on icons, there's a bunch of different icons that you can put on your charts. So for instance, if you want a rocket ship, okay, you literally click on the rocket right here. I'll tell you the ones that I do use really quick. So this down arrow, you'll see these on my charts. And the reason why I use this, and so it's red because it's pointing downward. You can change this whatever color you want. You can make these bigger by pulling on them like this. So left to right, you see how I'm pulling on them. I make the arrow bigger or smaller. You can also tilt the arrow to point a certain direction if you like. but I use the arrows quite a bit just for just to make my charts easier for people to understand and give them kind of points of reference, specifically what I'm looking at, right? So that's what I do with the arrows. There are other indicators, or not indicators, but there are other icons. So like this rocket ship, for whatever reason, if you want one on your chart, it's one of the things that you can use on here. And then you can obviously tilt it to match price because price is dropping, however you want to do it, have some fun with it. That's completely up to you. But these are all the icons that you can use. So this is very important and very underrated, incredibly underrated. So this is your magnet, okay? So you see magnet mode is on. Drawing anchors will be snapped to the closest OHLC. That's open, high, low, close. It's talking about the candle. So I'll get to that in a technical analysis series that comes up. But this is so underrated. So I always have this on for the most part. So when you don't, and I just clicked it to turn it off, right? So if I go here and I want to put on a horizontal ray, for example, and I'm trying to get this candle close right here. So this open and close. So if I just take it and I kind of put it wherever, you see how it goes wherever I put it, right? And it's not very precise. But when you put your magnet tool on, again, which is right here, you click it, it's going to instantly snap towards either the wick or the close, or like the candle body, right? So watch what happens. So I'll literally, you see it snapped right to this candle. So the top of this candle. So that's a very precise level, right? So this candle closed at $35,030.50. That's exactly where this sits. It's very precise. Or you could use the wick. So you just drag it and let go. And by the way, you can see all of your candle information right here. So here's your open. This is where the candle opened. This is the high of the candle. Here is your low of the candle and your closure. So OHLC, that's what those four stand for. Okay, so when you put your cursor over this candle, the one that we're trying to place on the wick there, if you go back up to the high, because this is what I'm demonstrating, so your high is going to be right here. It says 35,500. So that is the wick high of this candle. And you can see with the magnet tool, it snaps it right perfectly to the top of that candle. So the top of this wick is at 35,500. Again, incredibly underrated tool. When you're looking, when it comes to technical analysis and you're doing, when you're looking at making sure that your levels are as accurate as possible, which for those of you in Discord, I think, if you've been following my technical analysis room, I really try to be as precise as I can with my levels. This will help you make sure that your levels are in the correct place, or they're going to give you the best chance to have the most precise levels that you possibly can have. So again, very underrated tool, highly recommend it. All right, so I'm going to show you how to add indicators really quickly, because I think this is pretty important. So it's this indicator tab up here. You click on indicator. Let's say you want to type in moving average, right? Moving average. There you go. So there's different types of moving averages you can do. We're just going to do a simple moving average. So just click on that. And if you want it, so this is set to a 9 MA right now. You can change this to be whatever you like. So if you want to change the color, change it to white, change it to yellow. If you want to click on this and change the thickness of your moving average, you can do that as well. And then your input. So this is where you're going to change the length of your moving average. So let's say you want to, you're doing a strategy, and let's say it's the you want the 50 moving average. So that is your 50 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. And then let's say you want to add another moving average. So you're going to add another one. And you want to do a 200. So there is and you can change your 200 to be, the same thickness. If you want to leave it at this color, or maybe you want to make it red, whatever you want to do, right? So your red is your 200, your yellow is your 50, and those are your two moving averages that you've put on your chart. Now there are, if you can see here, so under this one that I've saved, and this is really going to help you. It's really going to help you save the number of indicators that you can have on your chart. So if you did it the way that I just did, this takes I believe with your volume, I think this is 3 indicators already, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if the volume counts or not, but this is already 2 indicators. So like if you wanted to have another 2 or 3 moving averages on here, for example, you wouldn't be able to do that with the free plan. How you get around that though is you delete these and you find moving average indicators like this, where they actually combine them all into one indicator. So you click on this and magically you're going to get 7 different EMAs and 5 MAs. So 7 exponential moving averages and 5 moving averages to play with. And look at that. So this is only one indicator. So again, if you're on the free plan, it's very useful to find these very nice people that have put this together for you. And if you want to change it, again, you come up to your settings here and you can change all the colors. You can change, so these are where you change all your colors, your thickness. If you come to your inputs here, you can change the different lengths that you would like your EMA. So if you want to have a 10 EMA and you want to have a 21 EMA, and then if you want to have 100 EMA like it's here, whatever you want to do, right? This is where you go in to do that. And now instead of just having one moving average, now you have 12 different moving averages that are at your disposal and you're only using one indicator. So I think that's really cool and very, very useful if you are on the free plan. So we're going to go ahead and close this. Another thing that I like to use is Ichimoku, right? So there is a built-in Ichimoku. If you just type in Ichimoku Cloud, there's a built-in indicator. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I really actually like this, and this is a free indicator that's available on TradingView. It's called Ali Ichimoku Cloud V1. So if you just type this in, this should pop up. And if you pre-populate this, so this Ichimoku is very similar to the one that you see me using on with my analysis. It has the forecaster on it, which is really neat. The built-in does not have the dots that are following your Tenkin and your Kijun here. So again, this, for those of you who've never heard that before, I apologize, but you're going to find out either if you come to Discord or in the future technical analysis videos that are coming out very soon. But again, to get this, so those of you who have been asking, I will do it for you really quickly, to get the settings that I use to match the charts that I use. I'll show you how to do that right now. So these are your standard settings. 9, 26, 52, 26. I'll get into what these settings mean in the Ichimoku video. But the ones that I use in particular, if you want to match it, you just come over to your settings gear right here, click on that, and you're going to change these 4 values here to the numbers that I'm about to change them to. So the first one is 20. The second one is 60. The third one is 120. And the last one is 30. So these are the settings that I use. Click OK. And now this will match exactly what you see with my charts over in Discord. So that's how it's that simple to add the Ichimoku indicator to your charts. And then you just change these 4 settings like I did. Again, it's the gear. You change it to match these settings right here. And then it will look just like this. And you'll be good to go. So anyway, on the free plan, so you have Ichimoku, you have your exponential moving average and your moving average combination indicator, which I think is really cool. And then you can, experiment with other indicators from there. But that's essentially how you do it. And there are tons of indicators. I mean, you can type in, I don't even know. So like RSI, I know a lot of people like RSI. So you can even add RSI to your chart here. And there are tons, like if we look at RSI alone, there are so many RSI indicators that you could check out that if you're interested in that. I don't personally really use RSI very much at all, but that doesn't mean that you can't. So but that's how you get on your chart. You just literally click RSI and it populates here. You can come in with the gear here, change your settings if you like, whatever you want it to be. and you're on your way to building your very own charts. So that's how you add indicators here. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. So let's move on to the right side of the chart here. So basically you have your, I'm actually going to delete all this stuff. It's a little distracting. So you just click the trash can. Well, I guess actually, never mind. It's not going to get rid of your indicators. Just going to shut all these down. Whoops. Oh, by the way, so if you double click, it will bring up your indicators on the bottom here. So if you have any stochastics, RSI, some of the indicators that sit on the bottom here, you can actually switch this to be up top if you like. I like for these types of indicators to be at the bottom. But if you don't want to see it and you want the chart to go full screen, all you have to do is double click and it will hide that automatically. So here, if you click on this little icon right here, it kind of looks like a book or something, but it says your watch list. So it's empty right now. If I want to add the chart that I'm viewing, all you got to do is click on the plus sign here. And let's find a different chart. So let's say you want to chart, what's one of XRP? Everybody likes XRP for some reason. So if you want to chart XRP BTC, and let's say you want to add the Binance chart, you just click this little plus button here, and that will bring up your XRP BTC. Now this is already on one of my watch lists, so that's why you see this little red here. If you don't have this on a different watch list, you won't see this little flag here, and that's okay. But anyway, that's how you add things to your watches. So let's do another one. Let's say we want to add, what's one that's kind of random? That's whatever. Let's just do Ethereum. It's not very random. So Ethereum USD on Bitstamp. For some reason, let's add that. I know I don't have this chart on my. I don't chart on Bitstamp. That's why I did this. So if you click on your ETHUSD here, you can see it takes you right to your Ethereum USD Bitstamp chart. If you want to go back to your XRP BTC chart, just click on that, brings that up. Wow, look at these wicks. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, and that's how you add your charts. So it's very simple here. And you see I nicknamed this my test. If you click on this, you see actually the other lists that I have. So if you want to create a new list, you can do that. So if you create a new list and you want to name it test 2, whatever you want to name it, click save. You can see that it empties this out and you can create another watch list. So if you want to do one, if you look here, I'll just tell you what these are for. So my red list is for the crypto that I watch all the time for the most part. That's kind of like my main list, although there's 147 different charts there. Your blue list is actually the stocks. So when I trade traditional markets, all of that sits in my blue list, and then so on and so forth. But like you can literally create a list for everything that you want to watch and go from there. Your alerts here. So these are your alerts log. This keeps track of all of the alerts that I've fired. This keeps track of all the alerts. So this top section of all the alerts that I'm waiting for. So if you can see right here, I'm using 370 out of 400 alerts that I'm allotted for premium. There is no chance that I would be able to use any tier less than premium just for the alerts factor. And the reason is simple. For me, I actually have alerts that go based off of my one of the indicators that I've built. So it generates alerts for me every single day, which you can kind of see down here. So it gives you so not the VWAP one kind of comes all the time, but there's other indicators here that I use that signal me alerts all the time. So I have, again, I'm using 370 out of 400 alerts. That's a lot, but that's why I have to have the premium, no questions about it. So that's your alerts. So let's set one. I haven't even showed you how to do that yet. So let's say that you want to, like you can see that like maybe XRP it might be trying to break to the upside here. So you want to catch an alert right above here. That's gonna send you an alert on your chart to notify you that XRP has broken above this level. So you can literally just put your cursor right about where you want it, right click, and add alert. and you can change it. So this is at 1980 sats. Let's say you want it to change this to 2000 sats. So if XRP crosses 2000 Satoshis, it's going to send you an alert. And you see how it changes right here. Now, so this is open-ended. Obviously, if you don't have the premium plan, this is going to expire within 2 months. But judging how close this is to price, probably going to, I wouldn't be surprised if it triggers. And then you can, there's a few different things that you can set. I'm not gonna get into crazy detail, but you hit create, and then you see this kind of dotted line that goes across. That's your alert. And the cool thing about this too is you can actually click on it and move it, right? So let's say that we want to move this like right where price is. You click save, so you can actually, if you zoom in, you can move this wherever you like, and then just click save, and then it's going to save that alert for you wherever you want to place it. So I'm going to try to get it super close to price. That way we can kind of see a live example of what the alert actually looks like. So you can see price is at 1900. So I'm going to drag this up just so you can see it. Right. So right now we're at 1935 Satoshis. I'm going to set an alert for 1936. Well, actually now I'm going to try to follow. So 1934, click save. Oh, there it goes. So it just tapped 1934. And it tells you XRP BTC crossing, your alert. So this is exactly what you're going to see. And this does show up. And, I don't know. I don't think it does this for the free plan. I'm not entirely sure. But this will show up on your phone as well. So like if I set an alert on TradingView on my desktop, on my mobile device, it will tell me that this alert triggered. So that way I can either look at the chart, or if I need to go get into a trade or whatever. So it is very, very, very useful. So you click OK, but that's how the alert works. And you see the alert disappeared. And again, I kind of messed up the chart, right? Zooming in like I did. If you want to get it back to normal, all you do is come back down here to auto and click that, and it will kind of reset everything for you. So that's the alert system. We talked about the watch lists. I don't really use this, but there is, there's news articles if you want to read them. There's, a data window. Again, I don't really use this stuff. There's other things that you can use here, but one thing that's the last thing that I'm going to leave you with that I think is really important is keeping your charts clean, right? So one thing that I really like to do with my charts, so I guess I'll do it with XRP. Let's say that I have just a bunch of stuff on my chart, like a bunch of different levels, right? So this is not how I draw my levels, but I'm just going to randomly do it. Okay. So we know that Alt H is going to give you a horizontal line, right? So there's your Alt H. So I'm just drawing some random lines, okay? And then let's do a Fibonacci retracement. Well, that's basically, again, right? Kind of right in the golden pocket there. It's pretty funny. And then you'll see me do this as well, right? Oh no. Now I have my ugly box. See, now I messed up my box settings. But anyway, so like you'll see my chart look like this sometimes. Now, what you can do if you don't want to see all these levels on your chart, but you don't want to delete them, is you come over here to this area, okay? And let's say that I'm just going to put on some random, let's say that this is the point of control. And this is your, and these are templates, by the way. I'll show you that. I'll show you this in a second. This is actually very useful as well. So let's say that, this is going to be really confusing for some people, but I promise you this serves a purpose. So again, if I did my value area high, my point of control, and again, these are just completely random. So let's say that I wanted to do my value area low. You just click on it. You type in value area low. The coordinates, let's say that's fine. And then you click OK. So that's how you would do that. And you can change the colors. With the template though, if you right click on this and go to save as right here, That's how you can create all of these templates, which are really useful. So if you want to add your value area low on a different chart, you don't have to go through the issue of you know, changing the color, typing in the name. You have it all preset, and then you literally just right click it, go to template, and then go to and click on value area low, and it will adjust this. So let's say that this was a macro value area low, right? Again, not trying not to be super confusing to you, but I'm just showing you how you can change this without editing anything. You right click it. So let's say you made a mistake and you're like, oh shoot, this was a macro value area low. So you just click that and you see it automatically changes it for you. So that's another really nice shortcut that I like to use, but I'm going to change it back. Now, so this chart looks really messy, right? So how are we going to clean this up? You go right here, click on that, and it shows you your indicators that you're using, that you have on your chart, whether they're displayed or not. And then all of these random lines, right? So if you click on the eye here, it's gonna, you see how the value area low is flashing as I'm clicking? That's just telling you that like this line belongs to this value area low. So what you can do is organize your chart. This is what I like to do. So you right click on, you got to start somewhere, right? So we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping here. So right click, and then you're going to go to create a group of drawings. Okay, right here, click on that. Now it's going to, you see the horizontal array that you have, which is this value area low. It got put into group 1. Now you right click on group 1 and click rename. So we're going to name this just to VAs, which stands for value areas. And I know that these other two belong to, you know, there's your value area high, there's your point of control. So all you do is you click on this, you left click, and you drag it into your folder. Same thing with this one. You left click, drag it into your folder. Now, all three of these levels belong in one folder. So what can you do now? If you don't want to see them on your chart, all you do is click right here on this eye and you hide them. So how cool is that, right? And you can even close your folder. Click on it, there they are, remove it, there you go. And let's say I don't want this rectangle anymore, it doesn't need to be on there, you can literally delete it from here. Just click the X. Fib retracement, same thing. Or if you just want to hide your fib retracement, same story, right? Now all these horizontal lines that you have, you can do the same thing. So literally create a group of drawings, right click on your group, rename it. Let's say that this is your SR levels, support resistance levels, name it, whatever you like. Click enter. And now you can just drag everything into your folder. And if you want to see them, you leave it on. If you don't want to see them, you turn it off. There's your chart, right? On, off. Close your folder, same thing. So now if you just want to see your value areas, you can click over here and only your value areas will show. So again, really, really beneficial tool to help you keep your charts as clean as possible, but not lose really important levels that you might have on your chart, you know? So like you could have different files or different folders for older levels. Maybe you have levels that you were trading 6 months ago or trading a year ago. That still might be relevant to future price action. You don't want to forget them. That's how you can save these levels, but you don't have to stare at them every day. Basically, you just hide them in your object tree right here. So that's incredibly useful. So there's only a couple things left that I want to show you, and I think this is probably a good enough introduction to TradingView to help you get started, hopefully. So I'm going to go ahead and you double click, or you just click this one time down here to close your object tree. And well, actually, I'm going to reopen it and hide these levels again because I don't want to see them, which is your value areas. So now you're going to hide that. So there's a couple of things that I think are very useful for those. There's a lot of people with using trading bots. And if you want to do some back testing, here's a really simple way. And like, so this is for, you know, if you want to test your indicator, or if you want to test your technical analysis and you want to try to see, you know, how you're doing predicting price movements and whatnot. So this is a really cool feature. It's right here. It's replay. So you click on replay and you click where you would like to start from. Okay. So let's say we want to start from this candle right here. All you do is click it and it brings you right back to that candle. Okay. And then you can change your speed. So if you kind of hold your cursor over it, it tells you every 2 seconds you'll get one. So one update every 2 seconds, which means every 2 seconds you'll get one candle print, and you can speed this up. So every 1 second, every half a second, or you can slow it down, kind of give yourself more time, whatever you want to do. Well, we'll just do one candle for 1 second, and then click play, and watch what happens. So it's literally going to print the price action that happened since this date. So if you're testing, you're moving, again, if you're looking at trying out different indicators and you want to know, you kind of want to know how they did, without kind of giving you the answer, right? Because like when you're looking at current price, you're looking at everything that already happened. But if you want to use your indicator to try to enter some trades and whatnot, back testing here gives you an idea of how that plays out essentially. So it might give you a little bit of insight to kind of help you come up with your own specific trading strategies using historical price action. So this is that's essentially how you do it. Again, you can change the speed and all that stuff, but I thought this was pretty useful. Just click X. If you want to exit your replay mode, brings everything back. And then really the last thing that I want to show you is how to save your chart. So how to take a picture of it, right? Well, first off, saving, it's really simple. So auto save is on every 10 minutes. It'll auto save what you have going on in your chart. But if you really don't want to lose what you got going on here, definitely click save now. So like if you're done charting for the day and you want to make sure that hopefully your chart, the same chart that you're going to come back to in the morning, make sure that you click save before you leave. So that's how you save your chart. But it's this little camera icon here. So if you want to share charts, whether it's, on Twitter, or if you want to share a chart in Discord, for example, you just click the camera and it's going to give you the image URL right here. And all you do is click copy. Okay. So you see it copy to clipboard. Now I'm going to go into Discord. I'll try to bring this over here. So this is my actual Discord that I am in. And this is my technical analysis room. For those in Discord, you're very familiar. This is where I post all of my charts. So I literally walk you through price action. Kind of as it's happening. I post my critical levels that I post my important levels there, and share all kinds of hopefully useful information for people. But anyway, so you copied your you have your link for your chart. Now all you're gonna do is post it in Discord or wherever you copy paste it. There's your link. So now you click enter, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna type in test chart really fast because this is actually like in Discord right now. But you can see that it copied the exact chart that you're seeing here. So if you want to share your work, for those of you who are on Discord and you want to share your technical analysis, that is how you do it. So I'm actually going to delete this message. That way people don't wonder what I'm doing. So again, you just click this camera icon here and take the literally the URL and copy paste it wherever you're going to be. Or if you want to save the image instead of doing this, sometimes it's a little easier. I mean, you can obviously tweet it right here. But if you want to just save the image itself, you just click on save image and it opens up a new window here. And then you can save this image instead. So that's basically it. I hope that, I was able to touch on at least a few important things, maybe give you a few interesting or helpful tips on getting started with TradingView. I feel like I really just scratched the surface on what this can do. But for those of you who are getting ready for the technical analysis series coming up, I just thought it was really important to kind of show you, give you a little bit of an intro to TradingView, how you use it, and some of the tools that are available for you to use. And I really the magnet tool, I think, was really clutch that not a lot of people use. It really helps to give you that precision. So going back here, again, this magnet tool, really important. And then this is another one. So being able to actually organize your charts and keep it as clean as possible without losing levels or having to delete levels because things get kind of crazy. I think those are two really powerful tools that hopefully you picked up on during this presentation. But anyway, I look forward to the technical analysis modules that are coming out very soon. If you're here from Discord, what's up? Just want to say hi. Same to you guys on YouTube, all the subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And hopefully we'll see you in Discord because we got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. And thanks for watching. Trade safe out there.